to the simplicity of Ruby and the simplicity of this. You guys, I want to, let's just be honest for a minute. Because I went Ruby, and then I remember calling Steph, and she was driving somewhere, I don't remember, and she goes, I've got like 9 minutes, but I'm on my way to a wrap party, what do you need? I got you, what do you need? And I said, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing, and I just went Ruby, and I think I'm gonna go Diamond this month, and she goes, you have to keep it simple. It's just the steps, and you gotta keep it simple, and just put these people in the computer, and all about being simple. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you just went presidential, that's easy for you to say, but you know, there's gotta be way more to it. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember even very early on trying to overcomplicate it. And how many of you would admit that at times you have overcomplicated Ruby, right? Look at us. It doesn't seem like when you see that average income disclosure statement, right, and all these average earnings, it does not seem like you can get to almost $600,000 a year keeping it this simple. Add 3 people, one of those 3 people gets 2. So would you guys admit that all of you had trouble overcomplicating it? And if so, how did you overcome it? What brought you back to going, you know what, it really is this simple? I'd love to talk about that.
I'm so visual. I'm a visual learner. There's different kinds of ways you can learn, and I have to see something to understand it. And so the charts actually used to come in our kit, so we'd get these charts that we could touch and look at right away. So that's the very first thing I tell my new people is go in eSuite, print out this chart, and look at it. And so I just remember looking at that Ruby chart and thinking, okay, like that seems doable. You look at these rankings on that chart, and I remember thinking nobody in the company actually were at those ranks. People don't make that kind of money. That's just what if someone one day, like the CEO's daughter, if she promoted, then she would make that much, right? That's awesome. But I remember looking at that chart and seeing that Ruby chart and thinking, I could do that. That's not crazy. And I was not a believer in network marketing. I made fun of people in network marketing. I just wanted my free product. So just looking at it visually and understanding that that's what it takes, like everybody can do that.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so most of you guys know I'm a green, so I'm gonna nerd you out for a second, but it's gonna blow your minds. Everybody that is Ruby and above, please stand up right now.
Ruby and above, stand.
Okay, now stay standing while I say this, because it's going to blow your mind and you're going to fall back in your seat. Okay, so this is how amazingly simple this system is. Look at all these people standing. Now compare that to the industry of direct sales and network marketing. Did you know that 90% of people never make $500 in this industry? Look at you. Look around the room at the people that are standing right now. That is how amazingly simple building and getting to Ruby is. If the majority of the room is standing right now, that is how amazingly simple this system is. And that's really what got me excited about the business, besides being a millionaire with reps that I thought were stupid. But the system really is what locked it in and said, oh, we're going to be millionaires easily. Yeah, you can go ahead and sit down, sorry.
Yeah, mind equals
I guess it wasn't blowing enough, so I'm going to have to make an even better claim next.
You know, for me, Joel was a dreamer and I was a realist. I was like, just show me what to do. So like you, Krista, I needed a visual. We did not have those steps to success when we first started. So I was like, no, I need something. And so, you know, through talking, through learning, we figured this out, that it really has to be this simple. The 4 customers, the 3 distributors. So when you look at that, it is so doable. And I'm so grateful for this because, you know, when you're talking to a prospect or something and you say, you know, the foundation, every level of this, the foundation is 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors will get you to the top. Does that sound pretty simple? So we try to add more stuff to it. I am the simplest person. I probably have gotten so good at saying the least amount. And you know, you want to compare and think that we're some magic, there's a secret, something that I say. But I promise you, it is truly pulling that out and saying 4 customers and 3 distributors is that foundation to get you to, right now, right, $1,000 cash payout. What if that worked? And having that and knowing okay, they did that. And I remember thinking, well, I want a little bit more because it happened. So you repeat it. You keep doubling, you keep going, and that just transfers that simplicity all the way down into a bajillion people.
So for me, when this started, I did not believe I could get, Ruby was my ultimate goal. $600 a month, that would have, and we didn't have the Ruby bonus, it was just $600 a month, that would have, like I said, would have just changed everything. That was my ultimate goal. I couldn't even see past that. A diamond, I wasn't one of those people that came in and we were doing the $10,000 good bonuses back then, and that was not even on my radar. It was, I don't know if I'll ever make Ruby. So I started with executive. And so for a lot of people who come, my people who come into this, we start with executive first. If you want to get to Ruby, that's great, but let's break it down even smaller. To get there, all you need is executive. That's your first step. And so once I did that, when I was new, once I did executive, I was like, okay, well, I did executive. Now let's go for that Ruby. And I did executive, in my first calendar month, the month later. And I was able to do that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll go for Ruby already. Like, this is crazy, So, and then I got Ruby in the second calendar month, and then it just snowballed. So it was breaking it down really simple and showing you that if you can do one, you can do the next one. And some people need that. Some people can't think all the way ahead, because I certainly couldn't. I didn't have that belief when I first started.
I call it helping people get